Well, the COVID pandemic may well be in the rearview mirror now, but the digital adoption rush it brought about is here to stay. There are over 2,000 homegrown software as a service, that is SaaS startups in India, but they offer solutions to companies at both home and abroad, so much so that they're even headquartered abroad. A recent eBay report said that the Indian SaaS market is estimated to reach $20 to $25 billion by 2025 from $4 to $7 billion in 2020. The Indian SaaS market is expected to account for almost 7 to 10% of the global SaaS market from 2 to 4% at present. India has the third largest SaaS ecosystem in the world after US and China. Let's find out how this progression is actually unfolding with the case of Shuchi Systems, which says it's a new age digital transformation enabler, making a distinct difference to clients based on its engineering capabilities spanning across digital engineering, quality engineering, data and advanced analytics. We have with us today Vasudevan Swaminathan, President and Principal Consultant, Shuchi Systems. Welcome to India Ideas, Vasu. Tell us about your enterprise first. I believe you're one of the co-founders of the company as well. So how did the journey begin in 2016? Why did you decide to enter the SaaS ecosystem, and how things stand now in the post-pandemic phase?
First of all, thanks a lot for having me on the show. We started in 2016, which was the time when the startup ecosystem, especially on the SaaS front, was picking up. And we thought that a lot of clients, a lot of companies were looking at niche areas of going digital, but at the same time looking at supreme quality and cost effectiveness. And that was the very premise on the basis of which Shuchi Systems was formed. So when we started back in 2016, the pandemic scenario came much later, 4 years later. But in a way, it was a blessing in disguise that a lot of digital disruption, digital transformation has happened during that phase, and companies are thriving on it, and a lot more digital is on our way to come. So that's the genesis of the organization. And today, the number of clients that they're servicing on the digital front is close to 50 to 65 clients who are all in the middle of the digital transformation journey. And as part of our digital engineering solutions in the SaaS ecosystem today, we are trying to help our clients bring in more return on investments, trying to increase their subscribers / customer base and things like that.
Okay. Now, from what I understand, Vasu, Shuchi Systems primarily caters to enterprises in the BFSI and healthcare sectors, apart from working with some product companies. Now, why this particular niche? Aren't SaaS tech solutions largely universal with certain customizations depending on the vertical or even the enterprise?
Interesting question. Thanks for that. As you can see, a lot of digital is happening in different areas, but particularly in the banking space, if you look at it, the opportunity for a client to walk into a branch today and open an account and things like that was very prevalent in the pre-COVID days. But during COVID, what had happened is there were a number of challenges, not just with account opening alone, but whether it is transferring money, going and getting a money order, whatever it could be, they had challenges. So as a result of that, neobanks and fintech firms came into the picture, and Shuchi's clients were in that space. There were neobanks that we are servicing in the Asian and the US region, as well as niche fintech firms that specialize in payments and payment solutions, fintech solutions and things like that. So there was a lot of need for digital integration, and these organizations were trying to see how they can serve their clients better. And same is the case with healthcare. Telecalling or calling a doctor over phone and getting advice and things like that became very popular in the US, during the start of the pandemic. So there was a lot more need to enable conversational chatbots and a lot of digital solutions pertaining to artificial intelligence, data sciences and things like that during the onset of the pandemic, which continued to happen. And our services were, it became very critical at that juncture. And, it also posed challenges to us in terms of how we can help our clients reach out to more of their customer base and connect with the end consumers. It could be doctors or anybody for that matter. So I think that is where, as an engineering organization, these two sectors, made us challenge ourselves while at the same time helping our clients get better.
Okay, wonderful. Now, apart from your company's name, which is spelled as ZUCI but pronounced as Shuchi, even your solutions have fairly interesting names. Tell us about Zero, Hero, and Horus.
Sure. Again, interesting question. Thank you, Gautam. We are still a very India-centric company. Our roots are from India. So the word Shuchi Systems came from a Sanskrit word that basically refers to transparency, integrity, and things like that. So we wanted those values to reflect in our dealings, basically. And that is the reason why the company was named as Shuchi Systems. Our solutions are also named like that, in the sense, Zero is a simple thing that is, it's an input-output solution. So we called it Shuchi input-output. So it basically takes inputs from multiple sources and, passes on the outcomes to other sources, basically. So we wanted to keep it as input-output solution, and hence the name Zero. As far as Horus and the Halo go, it is based on some of the, as we call it, an halo effect, basically, and something happens. And that's the reason why we built an analytics solution called Halo that has been helping a lot of Asian banks, putting a very different perspective in terms of their data and things like that. So those are some names that we thought of in terms of what the solution is trying to address and how it is innovatively solving a problem, Gautam. Thank you.
Okay, great. Now, how do you see Shuchi Systems contributing to the growth of India's SaaS ecosystem in the coming years? Because that's a space that is very, very exciting, and we're looking at it very closely.
Right. So Chennai is becoming, or is already the headquarters for the SaaS ecosystem of India. A lot of companies are from here, including Zoho and Freshworks and many other companies. So we are, one of the latest companies to get added to that team. So we continue to build solutions that are very unique in nature in that space. For example, how should we make a difference to the SaaS ecosystem? Our intelligent document processing solutions that we are building today are based on the SaaS world. So for example, unstructured documents, unstructured data is something a lot of companies are having challenges with. For example, if you take a simple a doctor's prescription, it can come in an upside down format, or it can come with a name in one side of the page, and suddenly in another template the name can be in another, it can be the footer or the header and things like that. Now what's happening is, this is just one document that you're talking about in healthcare. Similarly, in banking, an account opening form could be having multiple fields that you need to fill with handwritten content and things like that. And it can again come in different templates. Every bank has different templates and things like that. What we're building in the SaaS ecosystem today, specifically for analytics and document processing, is these templates can be led by us using the data science models that they're building, and irrespective of which form they come in, what content they have, where the content is present and things like that, we would still be able to do the reading. I believe this is a very unique space for us to be in today. Not a lot of companies in India are offering this today, and we have also done our diligence in terms of companies that are in other regions, where we see very, very few players in this space who truly leverage artificial intelligence and data sciences to do this. So as one of the early players in this particular space within the SaaS ecosystem, we would be able to offer clients cost-effective, reasonably priced, document processing, intelligent document processing, and artificial intelligence solutions. And we would put a dent there is what we are thinking.
Mm-hmm. And your advanced analytics are cloud integrated as well, because that opens up a whole new world of deeper analytics.
Correct. They are all cloud integrated, and it means a lot to the digital transformation world, because the sources are plenty today, and so are the integration areas. So we are trying to see how we can sit as a player in between across the SAP, Salesforce and things like that, and still make this happen.
Okay, wonderful. That's great. Well, I hope that you make a huge contribution to the SaaS ecosystem in the country, because that is something that is projected to grow massively in the coming years. Thanks a lot for joining us for the moment. Bye.
Thank you.
And that's all we have for the moment in this edition of India Ideas. We will keep tracking the startup ecosystem in the country for you in the coming episodes as well. Thanks for watching for the moment, and stay tuned to India, to TD India for all the latest.